Hey guys, just wanted to make this video to just show you what options you guys have if you got a ticket. So I just got out of court right now, virtually. So I went from Zoom, which is the best thing ever, by the way. So what you guys have to do is just go to this website, hamilton.ca. And then from there, you're going to see a few options. What I suggest doing is this, option number 2, which is early resolution. You will see these options in the ticket, in the back of your ticket. You should see this stuff, and you should tell you which website you guys have to go to in order to do this. Anyways, right now, what you guys can do is just go right here. So see this? And then just enter your ticket information. Then you have to click on request early resolution meeting. And that just means afterwards in the mail, okay, usually not through email, you have to wait through mail, you guys will get a letter, and in that letter it's gonna tell you which room to attend if you guys want to do this digitally. So why is it better to do this than hiring somebody else to take care of your ticket? Well, because then you don't have to pay anything extra, and it's very easy because the prosecution will give you a deal. And usually the deals are pretty good. Now, I've been to court before, so I've seen how this happens in court. And usually the prosecution gives you pretty good deals. So from paying off a $130 fine, sometimes they bring it down to half, just $60. And maybe they're not taking even points away from your license. So that happened to me today, for example. So it's definitely worth it. Because I was worried about those points. I didn't want that because my insurance will go up. And although I had to plead guilty, it was still good because it got reduced to $60 plus no points. That was the big deal for me. So I'm just going to scroll down again. I'm going to show you this part. So this is the part where you guys can do this virtually. Because virtually is so much better than going in person, just because you don't have to pay for parking, all that stuff that can kind of get pricey depending on your ticket. Parking sometimes takes longer than everything else. Anyways, right now, you guys will see what courtroom, okay? So on your letter, again, you would see what courtroom you guys have to attend. You just click on it, and that's it. Just make sure on your Zoom, you just have that set up with your name. Sometimes you guys have your emails, and then your name's not your actual names, just whatever other thing is in there. It's better if you have your name on it, just so it's easier. Sometimes when people don't have their name on there, they do tell you to turn on your camera. Technically, you don't have to, but they will require you to turn on your camera. So just be prepared for that. If you're doing this through Zoom, you can go to the court yourselves. So if you're nervous about having to talk to anybody about this, the prosecution, for example, sometimes they don't even ask you anything. Right away, they'll give you the deal. So even before I had something to say, right away they told me, hey, this is what we can give you. We can bring it down to $60 from the 100 and something that I had, my fine, plus no points. So they do change your ticket. And then if you agree, you can just agree, and then you can just go and they'll pass you on to the court over Zoom the same day. It will take about, let's say, an hour. Because I was supposed to connect at around 10:30, and right now it's 11:30. So yeah, everything took about an hour. And again, I'm just sitting at home taking care of this. Now that said, to get the letter, okay, so if you're doing the very first step, you're going to the website, you're doing early resolution, you're looking at this information. When the first time that you actually do this, until you actually get a letter through the mail, it's gonna be months, okay? So just chill, relax. A few months after, you should get that letter through your email, and finally you're gonna get a date for your court date, a time, and then you can go online if you want to, and then just do it through here. So virtual court proceedings, and then just go here at the time that you're supposed to. So I highly suggest doing this instead of hiring somebody, because that's what I saw people doing. So when I went to court for another thing, I did notice that those lawyers that people hire, like ex-copper and all that, all they do is go to court and they just hand a bunch of papers to the prosecution, and then they just give them deals, like right away. They don't argue with them, they don't do nothing. They just take whatever deals they give them, and then that's it. That's all they do. So when you're thinking you're hiring a lawyer, I mean, you're just hiring a person to go on your behalf, really. And they literally don't say anything. They just take the deals. Now that's just somebody that I saw. I can't say that was from ex-copper. That's just the first name that came up from ads that I've seen. And then from people that I know that have used those services, they told me that they paid a lot. They ended up getting the ticket anyways and paying off the ticket anyways. So it was pretty useless. So this is what I personally suggest doing, just doing it yourselves, and it is really, really easy. Anyways, that would be it for today's video. If you guys have any comments, questions, you guys can write down in the comments area. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.